Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my latest video trading the QQQ using the dollar as like an indicator or a trend spotter or some form of confluence, and then trying to take profits or set my stop loss at a level of resistance or support, or even to use the candlestick patterns to kind of find points where the trade would be going against me. That's a point that I would um, exit a trade or take profits at a trade, or just points that you can kind of identify and see that hmm, maybe the trade might be going against you. Set your stop loss, exit out of the trade, and don't try to force it for the rest of the day. So basically, what happened today was I had basically, I would call it two trades. The first trade was all right. The first trade was the to the sell side. So the dollar had a big move up. So while the market was open, we had a big push from the dollar to the upside. As you can see here, even though it came back down and closed down here, you can see that there was a big push to the upside. During that big push to the upside, that's where you had that big red candle to the downside on the QQQ. So I'm taking it that you have to actually, at this point, it's not something you just set it and let it run. You kind of have to eyes it. You kind of have to see it like getting stronger. So if you see the dollar probably getting stronger, that's where you might maybe take a sell position on the QQQ, which is what I did today. And let me show you exactly what I did. So while I saw the dollar going up, as you can see, immediately at 9:30, I was able to decide that was the position I was going to go in. I set my stop loss at a certain level. My stop loss was around like 30 or something. I could have lost max around $34. That's what I had planned to risk today. Usually I try to go for like a $20, but I went for $30 because it was above this candle. So let me show you what happened today. So I'm gonna use a purple line for the entry. So I entered on the 9 o'clock candle at 26674. Oh, I didn't realize that was the issue I run into. 26674 right here. 26674. 26674. Gonna have to extend this. 26674. And this is on the QQQ, the Nasdaq 100. 26674. The Nasdaq 100 ETF. So this ETF tracks the movement of the Nasdaq 100, but it's on the stock market. So for those who want to trade it as a US stock, the QQQ would be an index to do that. I'm going to start looking into the IWM. It might be a bit interesting as well. So 26674, that's where I entered here. And then I had the big move to the downside here. At this point, I was up around 69, $67. I didn't know if this was the bottom, but that was actually the bottom of the day. That was the lowest point of the day. And then the market started to, I figured that the market would have came back and probably go against me. And I could also see it in the candle being formed, the next candle being formed, which was a huge red candle. So as a result of that, I set my stop loss to in profit, and I'll show you exactly where it hit me out. It hit me out at 265. So as you can see, I moved my stop loss to in profit, and then that netted me a profit of $33, which was good, because I still ended the day in profits. I followed the strategy. I wasn't too greedy. I wasn't trying to chase any trades, and I just closed out. The trade basically closed out itself as the market reversed here. And sometimes when you see the market kind of make some huge wick candles down here, that's where you can expect it to probably reverse. Like there's a higher likelihood of it reversing. Generally, if you want to see it push down more, you wouldn't see a wick, you'd see more of just the body, and then you see another candle form and continue back to the downside, like with strength. So basically, this is where I got stopped out for a $33 profit. And that was that trade for today. That was the first trade of today. The second trade was I also went back to the downside again, but just to manage my risk, I went with only 5 shares of the QQQ. And as you can see, I entered, if you minus 5 from this, I entered on the 11 o'clock candle. So it was on this candle. And I entered at 26458. 26458. 26458. So that's where I entered. And then I basically got closed out at the end of the market around, what's this, 355. So look for the 3 o'clock candle here. And 26374. So this is where I basically got cancelled out of the trade at the end of the day. So on this platform, at the end of the day, they're gonna close your trade because they don't want to expose themselves to too much risk. So I had the trade running basically for the entire day. I was in profit for the entire day. Could have made a little bit more here, but not a lot, just based on the fact that I didn't have a huge position size, and then the market didn't continue to rally down beyond here. But I wanted to give myself some exposure to the downside if it were to go down a little bit more, while also managing my risk. So I could have only lost around $5 around here, but that's basically where I wanted to keep it. This trade, I think I just entered and exit this trade, but I'm not sure what took place here, to be honest. I entered at 9:30, same 20 shares, and I closed it at 10 o'clock. I'm not. Oh, this is a different day. All right, good, good, good. So it's just the 2 trades that I made today. Basically, I saw when the market kind of bottom here, when the dollar kind of bottom here, and then the dollar kind of started to push up, I was expecting, okay, this might be the entrance for another sell-off here. So as you can see, this is where I entered, and on the 11 o'clock candle, it kind of bottomed there, and it had a big green candle to the upside that kind of related to these candles here. So you could have gotten some of this move to the downside here and made some profits. I didn't want to expose myself to too much risk. As you know, I'm focusing on building the strategy, and hopefully this week can be all green, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all green, to kind of prove my strategy a little bit more. And then we go into the next year, keeping it small as well, keeping the strategy. And then as we go forward, we look to just increase the capital that I'm allocating to the trades. And I'm hoping that this kind of builds the account, even if it's small, it should build the account. And then when I deploy more capital, with the same consistency and profitability, it should reward me. So that's basically it. That's basically what happened today. I didn't get to listen to much of the stock market today. I've just heard a lot of chatter about Tesla being down a bunch. Is that true? Wow. All day sell off from Tesla, huh? Wow, wow. We're at 107, my guy. Damn. All right. But all right, it happens. I mean, I'm just gonna buy it. I'm just gonna buy it. I don't know how long it's gonna stay down for. Could be down for probably 3 years, but I think this is my opportunity to really hold some shares of Tesla. So as time as time really goes along, I'm gonna see if I can just gather more shares of Tesla, and we just go from there because it's looking very cheap right now. But that's basically it for today's video. I hope I was able to provide you some form of value, and just to see how the dollar actually shows some reaction to the QQQ, and that can be traded. That can be traded. I could have taken the profit while I saw it hit that top part. I mean, going forward, it's possible for me to like look at the trades more like, okay, I hit a 3 to 1 or a 4 to 1 and immediately take it versus trying to stretch it, trying to move my stop loss down, and I end up taking a what 1.5 to 1 risk reward instead of taking a 3 to 1 risk reward that I could have taken because I did have it. I just didn't take it because I'm just humans are greedy. So that's basically what happened today. But all in all, it was a good day. Um, I'll see you tomorrow. I will see how tomorrow trades. Shouldn't be very fast paced. It's like going into the new year. But that's it. Basically, I hope you watch it to the end of this video. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.